Hi, my name is Sandra. Welcome to BT Chan Crochet, and in today's video I'll be showing you how to make this lovely sun hat for a 6 to 12 month size. So in today's video I'll be using these three colors, pink, yellow and white. I'll be leaving the description of the yarn in the description box. So let's go ahead and start. So I'm starting with the yellow color and I'm using a 3mm crochet hook. So I'm creating this for 6 month size and I'm going to start by creating my slip knot. Going to chain 3 and then slip stitch into the first chain to form a ring. You're going to chain 2. I'm going to make 10 double crochets into the ring. So at the end of the 10 double crochets, I'm going to slip stitch to the top of the first double crochet. The chain 2 does not count as a stitch. Now for round 2, we are going to chain 2. We are going to make 2 double crochets into each stitch all around. So at the end of round 2, you are going to have 20 stitches. Slip stitch to the top of the first double crochet. Then round 3, you're going to chain 2, 1 double crochet into the first stitch, 2 double crochet to the next. One double crochet into the next, 2 double crochet into the next stitch. So at the end of round 3, you're going to have 30 stitches in total. And you're going to slip stitch to the top of the first double crochet. You're going to start round 4, chain 2, and over you're going to make 2 double crochets into the first stitch and 1 double crochet into the next 2 stitches. Two double crochet into the next stitch, 1 double crochet into the next 2 stitches. You are going to repeat this till the end of round 4. So at the end of round 4, you are going to have 40 stitches in total. You are going to slip stitch to the top of the first double crochet. Going to start round 5, chain 2. We're going to make 1 double crochet into the next 3 stitches. And then you're going to make 2 double crochets into the 4th stitch. So you're making an English round. Again, 1 double crochet into the next 3 stitches. And 2 double crochet into the 4th stitch. At the end of round 5, you are going to have 50 stitches in total. You are going to slip stitch to the top of the first double crochet. You are going to start with round 6, going to chain 2. We are going to make 2 double crochets into the first stitch. And then 1 double crochet into the next 4 stitches. Then 2 double crochet into the 5th stitch. Going to make 1 double crochet into the next 4 stitches. And then 2 double crochet into the next stitch. So that's going to be a repeat pattern for round 6, 60 stitches, and we are going to slip stitch to the top of the first double crochet. We are going to make our last round of increases, so we are going to chain 2, and this is round 7. We are going to make 1 double crochet into the next 5 stitches. And then 2 double crochet into the 6th stitch. One double crochet into the next 5 stitches. Two double crochet into the 6th stitch. So this is going to be a repeat for our last round of increases. That's round 7. To slip stitch to the top of the first double crochet. Our crown diameter measures 5.5 inches. Now for round 8, we are going to make 1 double crochet in the back stitches all around. We're going to chain 2 to start. Then turn our work, going to yarn over and go through the back stitch. So we have 2 stitches here. We don't go through all 2 like a regular stitch. We'll go through the back stitch. So we are going to continue doing that till we get to the end of round 8. So round 8 is done, and I'm going to start with round 9. I'm going to chain 1. I'm going to make 1 single crochet all around. So I'm at the end of round 9. And I'm going to change my yarn here. I'm going to set my hook to the first single crochet, grab my white yarn, and I like to secure it with a knot. But you're not going to cut off your yellow yarn. I'm going to be hiding my yarn under my stitches, so I'm going to be going round with the yellow yarn and the tail of the white yarn as I go. And I'm going to chain 2, make 1 double crochet into the next 7 stitches. Okay, now you are going to chain 10. I'm going to slip stitch here, through here, and there. Grab your yarn and pull through. And this is how it's going to look like. Okay, we are going to make 7 stitches again, 7 double crochets, chain 10, slip stitch here, grab your yarn, pull through, pull through. So you're going to continue with this pattern, 7 double crochets, chain 10, slip stitch. You're going to continue this pattern till the end of round 10. So round 10 is done, and this is how it's beginning to look like. This is what you should have. So I'm going to slip stitch the top of the first double crochet. Round 11, I'm going to chain 1. I'm going to make 1 single crochet all around. So you need to move this out of the way so that you don't miss the stitch. So I'm at the end of round 11, and I'm going to slip stitch to the top, but I'm going to be changing my color. So for round 12, I'm going to repeat round 10. I'm going to chain 2. And I'm going to make 1 double crochet into the next 7 stitches. To yarn over, make 7 double crochets. Seven. We're going to chain 10. And slip stitch. And then we're going to continue making 7 double crochets. See how neat it looks at the back. Then we are going to chain 10. Slip stitch here. End of round 12, and I'm going to slip stitch to the top of the first double crochet, chain 1, and I'm going to make 1 single crochet all around for round 13. I'm still going to hide my tails because at the end of round 13 I'm going to drop the pink outline. Move your chain stitch away. So I'm going to slip stitch to the first single crochet. I'm going to drop my pink yarn and I'm going to pick up my yellow yarn. So round 14, I'm going to repeat round 10. I'm going to chain 2, 1 double crochet into the next 7 stitches. So I'm working over my pink and white yarn so that I can easily pick and drop them. Chain 10, slip stitch, 7 double crochet to the next 7 stitches, 1 double crochet into the next 7 stitches, chain 10, slip stitch, round 17, chain 1, making 1 single crochet into the next 6 stitches, and on the 7th stitch we are going to insert our hook into the loop of the chains we made and make 1 single crochet to secure it. So we are going to repeat this all around. 1 single crochet into the next 6 stitches, on the 7th stitch you're going to insert your hook into the chain, make 1 single crochet to secure it. So for the first round of the brim, go to chain 2. We are going to make 3 half double crochets into the first stitch, and we are going through the front loop only, and then we are going to do 1 half double crochet into the next 6 stitches, and then make 3 half double crochets into the 7th stitch. We are going to repeat this pattern all around for the first round of the brim. This pattern is going to give the brim the wavy effect. So for the second round, chain 2, make 1 half double crochet into both loops. We are going to make 3 half double crochets into the second stitch, and this is the middle of the first cluster of 3 half double crochets we did. Then we are going to continue making 1 half double crochet into each stitch. So we are the second stitch of the 3 half double crochets we did, and we are going to make 3 half double crochets there. We are going to continue making 1 half double crochet in each stitch. So the repeat pattern is 1 half double crochet, and then you make 3 half double crochets in the middle stitch of the 3 half double crochet cluster stitch you did in the previous round. You're going to mark it with your stitch marker, and then we are going to continue making 1 half double crochet in the next stitches. When we get to the center of the 3 half double crochets we made in the first round, we're going to make 3 half double crochets at the center stitch, and again mark the second stitch with your stitch marker so that it's easier to find for the next round. So this is a repeat we are going to be making for the second round of the brim. Slip stitch to the top of the first half double crochet. You're going to repeat round 2 for 3 more rounds. Chain 2, make 1 half double crochet into the next stitch, and when you mark the center of the 3 half double crochets with your stitch marker, it's easier to find. So every time you get to your stitch marker, you make 3 half double crochets into that stitch, and you mark the center stitch for the next round. So repeat this pattern 3 more times for the brim, and I'll meet you when the brim is done. So now that our hat is done, we are going to weave in all our ends, and we are going to make the straps for our sun hat. To make our straps, we are going to insert our hook on one side. We are going to grab our yellow yarn, secure the yarn with a knot, insert your hook, grab your yarn, and we are going to chain up to 15 inches or however long you would want it to be. So we are going to skip the first stitch and we're going to make one single crochet into each stitch. I'm at the last stitch and I'm going to slip stitch into the base of the brim, chain 1 and cut off my yarn. I'm going to repeat this for the other side of the hat to make 2 straps. Our baby sun hat is ready and it's suitable for a sunny day outside. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.